We come to you tonight from the shores of Lake Erie as the streets of downtown Cleveland, Ohio are alive with activity. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the 76ers. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference. And checking out Cleveland, 4.5 games behind.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Simmons. And it's Korkmaz in at the threesome. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Okoro out there with Kevin Love. And it's Allen in at center. We got a lot of talent in the front court tonight between these two teams, Doris. That's where a lot of the focus for us will be.
We will have an opportunity to see offense being run through the low post. So the interior defense is going to have to be strong. Will you send an extra defender? Where will that defender come from? There's a lot to play out here tonight, Kevin.
And it's sent back by Allen. They grabbed their own miss. Harris passes to Embiid. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Garland. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Allen outside. And the pass to Sexton. No good with the triple. Philadelphia with the ball. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Well, one thing that Kevin Love will always have is his passing. He'll be one of the best deep court passers until the day he retires.
And we know this, Greg. He took his inspiration with that ability from the great Wes Unseld. He, too, an incredible passer, easy opportunities at the rim in a jump start of the break situation. Just two incredible guys at what they do.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Now, here's Garland. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
First free throw is good.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Nancy's checked in for Okoro. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Sexton on the wing, defended by Milton. Sexton's shot is good.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Colin Sexton? You must have that in your arsenal.
Now here's Milton, defended by Sexton. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And how about a look at the most recent power ranking? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Look at Philadelphia. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they love the situation they're in right now. Playing very well, but looking ahead, they know there's still a lot left to prove.
He gets it in there.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Colin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
Outside, Simmons. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Portis, he's checked in for Embiid. Green comes in for Korkmaz. Axie's checked in for Shake Milton. And George Hill's subbed in for Harris. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Simmons. He can't get that one. Prince with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers leading by 3. The wide open look here for Garland. Bangs home the trifecta. Garland's got 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Green bounce pass. Kicks it to Hill. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And that one drops for him.
Well, we've seen this over the course of George Hill's career. So savvy, finding the open man.
Garland with it. 5 points in the game. It's Prince on the wing. Here's Windler. Offline with his 3. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Thunder.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
You have got to be a low mistake team in today's NBA, because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Hartenstein. Larry Nance out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the 2-guard spot. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
The 76ers trail by 4. 1:52 left to play in the first half. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Hill. Nance trying to break loose. Great D that time from Portis. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid, he's checked in for Portis. Tobias Harris comes in for Ben Simmons. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. Now Embiid, after Taurean Prince's three-pointer that didn't go. Embiid, that's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Sexton on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Embiid with the steal. Now Hill still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Embiid trying to break loose. Offensive rebound. And it's all evened up.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Now here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Miami.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Prince.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Both shots good from the stripe.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Now here's Milton. Defense is right there. Fades and shoots. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
Hill passes to Korkmaz. Left side Harris. Over Prince. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers ahead, up by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Joel, you got the lead, so how do you build on that as the game continues?
Just keep being aggressive. I thought we did a good job defensively, so we just got to keep being aggressive and making plays.
Hey, they always build off of their defense here. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. They had a solid second quarter to go from a deficit at the end of the first to a 2-point lead at the half. And from what we saw so far from the 76ers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
It's been a strong performance for them on the glass. They're hustling. More often than not, the first guy to get to the boards has been one of theirs. Now that's impressive. And that can make a big difference in a game like this.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, it was an uneven first half in terms of defense. Look, they gave up a lot of good looks. The field goal percentage is over 50%. It's got to come down if they want to win this game.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Korkmaz at the small forward. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. The 76ers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Nance is checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Harris. And Maxey subbed in for Shake Milton.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons. Now, here's Garland. He's got 9. Allen outside. Garland with it. Simmons is there. And the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
The Cavaliers trailing, and even 3-on-3 break. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
And Larry Nance Jr., son of former NBA great Larry Nance, like his father, Larry Jr. plays well above the rim.
Greg, this is a young guy who can go over you, through you, and when he's airborne, this is one of the scariest players to challenge at the rim.
.153 left in the third. Pass to Windler. Wide open look. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Got a piece of it, and they get it back. And he recovers it. Nance, no good. The 76ers leading. Right side, Green. Plenty of room around him, and it's good.
Well, how about the versatility? Danny Green on the interior. Go ahead.
And so, Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. And then for Philadelphia, Harris is checked in for Green. Shake Milton comes in for Maxey. And George Hill's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Now here's Love. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Garland kicks to Love. Passes it to Hartenstein. And they pick up 2.
Well, that's just strength by Kevin Love to take the contact, not be bothered enough to lose concentration.
The 76ers leading by 3. Hill inside. Count it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Sexton. Shoots over Embiid. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, Sexton.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is a crafty point guard with tremendous upside. He obviously can facilitate and be a distributor. The key is, can he knock down shots consistently?
Harris, again, Philadelphia.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Allen.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Okoro. Allen is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Sexton in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Okoro throws it down.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Here's Sexton. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from Allen. Hill against Prince. To take the lead. Rebound by the 76ers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. There's 1:38 left in the 4th. Allen passes to Sexton. 5 on the clock.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Milton. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Milton's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 6. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Taurean Prince. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Simmons, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jared Allen.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. So brilliant at throwing the D off guard.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Outside, Sexton. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Yes!
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, what a delivery by the young Colin Sexton. Fearless and unbowed.
And they double up Simmons. Stolen by Okoro.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on. Absolutely fearless misses. Darius Garland, clutch shot, no problem.
And the 76ers call time here. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simmons. Good!
And Simmons, just such a gifted player, someone who is mentally strong in these situations.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They trail by 2. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Sexton. From the line, here's Nance. Wow, hammering it in!
Unafraid of the big moment and the bright lights, Larry Nance Jr.
Outside, Simmons. Shoots over Garland. It's in!
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Here's Sexton. Got it up in time. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.